15 signs that he isn't as nice as you believe and you need to get away from him fast. For any young girl who has met a truly good-looking gentleman, take note of this advice. Looks may be deceptive. They appear shy but are actually quite self-assured. They have swagger and style, yet they tend to be insecure at times. Despite appearing to have friends, they frequently live alone. He may appear kind, but he's not. He's acting polite. Occasionally, he's a good man with a lot to offer, but other times, he's a violent, jealous monster who might destroy your life. To determine what his concealed intentions are, you don't need to be a mind reader. In this video, we'll demonstrate several psychological techniques that may be used to spot guys who appear nice on the outside, but are actually just a little bit cruel on the inside. Before it's too late, how do you determine whether the guy you just began dating is genuine or simply a jerk? 1. He's simply too nice and flawless. I enjoy the phrase, too good to be true. In life and in love, I believe it is frequently right. If a man appears to be too good to be true, it's usually because he's a false nice person. One of the most telling signals he's not as lovely as you believe and you need to get away from him as soon as possible is that he avoids disputes and is simply too kind. He's always cooperative, avoid fights, and gives you the benefit of the doubt even if you're absolutely wrong or acting inappropriately. A true gentleman would not give you such a free pass. 2. Rumors go with him. A man who's always getting bad press is probably up to no good. Some of what has been claimed about him are true. Do not trust his false explanations for why there's always something negative mentioned about him. Question why his reputation is so bad that others think the worst about him. People aren't jealous of him or your relationship, believe me. 3. He's caring, but only for a fee. Another indicator that you're dealing with an undercover jerk and should get away from him as soon as possible is that he constantly wants his good deeds to be paid back. If he gives you a shoulder massage the night before, he wants you to treat him very well the next day. He clearly deserves it for treating you so wonderfully. This type of transactional thinking is extremely poisonous and is a telltale indicator of a fake good person who is truly a greedy jerk beneath the surface. His charm, good deeds, and amorous gestures are all money in his bank. You better be on your best behavior since he did A, B, and C for you, remember? And he intends to make a withdrawal whenever he chooses to. 4. He enjoys talking but hates listening. You're talking about yourself and revealing stuff about yourself, but it always comes back to him. You listen because you're courteous, but you're left wondering how the topic went from your life to his without a proper transition. The dialogue is flowing, but it's completely unbalanced. But then he'll recall something you said once, and you'll wonder how attentive he was. Why wasn't he attentive the first time I said it? 5. He is said to be a victim of a previous woman in his life. Another major red flag that he's not as nice as you believe is when he gives you a sob story about a woman in his past. Maybe he was treated like filth and left for dead, his heart torn out. Once. Or maybe twice. But 5, 6, or 7 times, we're approaching the point where you have to question what their side of the story is, don't you think? When a truly decent person talks about women in his past like they're the devil incarnate, a small red flag should go up. 6. Lying. His stories are contradictory, or you catch him in a lie. You start to doubt everything with him since he's not a reliable person. If your boyfriend lies, you cannot have a strong, fulfilling relationship with him. You cannot trust a liar. 7. He has no friends. Be cautious of a man who can't make or keep friends. This guy will cling to you and attempt to keep you all to himself. If he doesn't have friends, it's because his actions and attitude drive others away. Other guys dislike him, although he claims that it is because they're jealous. 8. He uses nice language to say harsh things. It's still nasty if he says rude or hurtful things to you in a nice voice or under the guise of, I'm being honest, or if he makes hurtful or dismissive remarks and then laughs it off by stating, I was only joking, why do you take everything so seriously? He might be a jerk in disguise. 9. He keeps tabs on you. A good relationship might benefit from frequent check-ins and small love notes of communication when the two of you are away. However, even if he hides it under the guise of love, if he's continuously keeping an eye on you, it might be a symptom of jealousy and insecurity. 10. He he makes shameless attempts to zombie you. The incredibly poisonous strategy of zombieing is one that false good people frequently employ. A person who zombies you will ghost you before making a second appearance. Naturally, he'll have fantastic excuses and a compelling story to tell, but your poor heart will still beat madly, especially when he puts on the charm and reminds you of happier days. Does he actually want to be with you again, or is he just picking you out of convenience and using you for companionship or sex? Teresa DiDonato, a social psychologist, explains that zombieing refers to an ex showing up again and reviving a relationship. While most people who start ghosting do so as an indirect but irreversible method of ending a relationship, other people use ghosting as a way to disappear for a while and then maybe come back. The fake charming man will pose as someone who has affection for you while acting like a zombie. However, he is outright lying most of the time. To put it mildly, it's not very good conduct. 11. He keeps getting you nice things that aren't really your style. If he lavishes you with presents that are completely inappropriate for your appearance, you should question his motives. He might be a jerk attempting to change your look under the pretext of kindness. 12. When they're with other individuals, they behave differently with you. One moment they may be the kindest and most generous partner, but when they're with their friends, they may act like a 12-year-old. He has his own goal and is not sincere if he behaves differently towards you when you're among other people. 13. They don't want to formalize things. They claim that they only need some time and ask that nothing be hurried. He's obviously taken advantage of you if this has continued for months. He shouldn't be in a relationship if he doesn't want to commit, and he is reaping all of the rewards of being in a relationship without truly being in one. 14. He pays much too little attention to talks. It's simply one of those things, but men occasionally have a tendency to nod off during chats with women. He's not truly interested in you if he constantly appears to be looking at his phone when you're speaking to him or is obviously not paying attention. 15. They make out they like your friends. You won't get along with everyone, but he's not making an effort if he's not interested in getting to know your friends. They may appear to be getting along with them, but then tell you that they don't. Most of your friends appear to be experiencing the same thing, hence, he's the source of the issue. By this point, you ought to be able to tell if he's a good guy or someone you should stay away from at all costs. In your opinion, what defines a fake guy? Are you disregarding warning signs when it comes to someone? Please tell us about your experience or story in the comments. Thanks for watching.